anything I love on a pair of gauntlets. You know what I mean? Like, throw distance is cool, like, but melee attack speed.
Alright, Gauntlet people, let's get started.
Yeah? No more gauntlet talk?
Good morning, everyone, and welcome to another episode of Waking Up with Soop and Sugah. I am your host, Soopkichen, and with me today, my co-hosts, Sugah Tits and DJJ Gao. How you doing, guys?
What's up?
Good.
Doing good. Doing mighty fine.
How's your Thanksgiving, Gowsy?
My Thanksgiving was awesome. Awesome food, awesome family.
Good biz, good biz.
I think I'm still full.
You see that?
You? Oh, look, we got a public event. Guys, as far as Destiny news this week, there really isn't much. I hope that the war set doesn't fall on my head. Oh, it's this guy. Is it this guy? Is that what it is?
Extraction cruise.
Oh, extraction crew. There they go. Okay. As far as Destiny news, there really wasn't any from Bungie this week. Guessing they took the holiday off. They said, we'll be back in the swing of things next week. The cadence of new content in Destiny is about to speed up again. We hope that you can keep up. So, you know, speed up, keep up. They might be hinting towards SRL racing, which
Cool.
Which would be nice.
which Gowsy thought it was maybe this week.
I thought it was.
Yeah, but we'll see. We'll see when it drops. Maybe by the end of the week. Maybe, I don't know. Maybe next week.
Yeah, because this last week was kind of a slow week.
Yeah. I mean, I found myself playing Pokemon, and distracted with holiday stuff. But yeah, it's been a slow couple weeks, and I feel I don't think they're gonna drop SRL. I mean, if they drop it next week, that'd be technically in December. But the beginning of December, beginning of the month, Iron Banner.
Yeah, true.
So they're not going to drop it until the week after Iron Banner. And if it takes up 2 weeks, then it'll take up that that Christmas break. So we'll just have SRL for Christmas, and the crew will probably take their Christmas break, their holiday break.
Now, are we expecting anything else to come through, or is it just waiting for the year 2 or Destiny 2?
No, yeah, honestly, we're not expecting anything.
Nothing.
I say at this point, set your expectations pretty low. That way, when you do get something, you'll be surprised.
You'll be surprised.
So yeah, that's it. Let's keep the train rolling. Pokemon Go. There was an update, and Ditto is now an incounterable Pokemon.
And everybody wants them. I have a friend down in Texas who messaged me showing me his, saying he had already gotten his. It's like, oh man.
So yeah, a Ditto doesn't show up as a Ditto. It's going to show up as a different Pokemon. And then once you catch it and it registers in the Pokedex,
it shows up as a Ditto.
It'll turn back into a Ditto.
Okay, what's a Ditto?
It's like this blob.
It's like a little pink blob that can take purple blob that can take the shape of any other Pokemon.
Oh, okay.
Hence why he comes up as a different Pokemon.
So yeah, as a bonus to that, for the Thanksgiving weekend, it looks like Pokemon likes doing the events. They're gonna keep doing them. I say expect one for Christmas, because from November 23rd until tomorrow, November 30th, they're doing double XP and double Stardust. It looks like this is going to be the common thing for holiday. They did it for. They started it with the Halloween event, and it seemed to have brought people back and to playing. So it looks like they're going to keep doing it. So I say expect it for Christmas, and then probably again for Valentine. So yeah. Division, guys. I was playing yesterday. Did the daily. Got a pretty good gun, not gonna lie. What else did I do?
You finished Resident Evil yesterday.
No, we're talking about Division.
You're just talking about the Division still. You did the daily, and then that one extraction mission.
Oh yeah, and I did an extraction.
What gun did you get?
I got the Police MP5. It's a
Better.
It's no. It's a marksman rifle. So it's like 36 shots.
Oh.
It's almost like a sniper, but it's not. It fires a little faster.
I've never seen one on the surface.
So yeah, and I got to bump up my tier. So I was in a world of tier 2, and now I bumped it up to tier 3. So my my drops are going to come at a higher gear level, and my enemies are now level 32 as opposed to before they were 31. And today actually we're getting another update. So get ready to update your Division, guys. We're getting update 1.5, in which they add a whole new tier. They're going to add a tier 5 to the world, and it's going to bump up the gear score bracket from 224 plus, and it's going to make the new the highest gear score possible is going to be 256 after this update. So think of gear score as light level for Division. So the new Division light level is going to be 256 once this update clears, and tier 5 will get you 224 plus stuff. So, yeah, I like the way this update, you know, on top of the tier, the new tier system, and, the maximizing of the gear score. It's also going to bring, buffs to guns. It's also going to bring nerfs to guns. It's gonna also change up some of the perks and how they work. So yeah. So 1.5 definitely worth it.
Is it going to still be that the new gear color? Is that going to be like the green?
Yeah, I mean it's green. Yeah. You still
Okay.
use your greens, you use your golds. I occasionally use a purple. You know, it's all dependent on that gear score. Right now, all my gear score is like 180, like 181. I think the only thing, my holster is the only thing that isn't 181, or 182. I think it's 182. But yeah, like I said yesterday, I just bumped up to the new bracket, so I'm in tier 3 world now, and I'm gonna get some higher drops. And when
I'm not sure, but I think my gear's in 200s.
You're in the 200s?
I think so.
Ooh,
okay.
wow.
I want to start, now that I'm the higher tier, I want to start doing those incursions.
Yeah, those challenging things that used to take like all 4 of us to do.
So we'll
Somewhere on this thing, there's a
start dipping our toes into that.
Yeah, definitely. I'm curious now because I can't remember what I did, but I went on with Chris and Chevelle, and was getting all kinds of stuff.
Oh yeah, definitely. I was in there for like 30 minutes. Like I said, I got a new gun, just doing the daily, and it was a useful gun. So swapped out my
Did you go in the
primary.
underground?
No, I mean I did go once, but I didn't go yesterday. I do need to go back into the underground, maybe bump it up a level. So yeah, so if you guys want to check out the full notes, on the changes to the division. Massive has got it up on the website. Like I said, there's tons of nerfs and buffs to guns, skills, perks. So go ahead and check that list out. Because we're not going to go over it here. Guys, let's go to next segment of our show, Cinema Madness. Guys, Rogue One tickets are officially on sale.
Yes, they are.
So get your fucking Rogue, get them while they're fucking hot. Yeah, get your Rogue One tickets now.
I cannot wait for that.
I know. I think it's going to be. Yeah, we'll see. I think you have to start getting your tickets now.
I think it was either Friday or Saturday. I watched the Star Wars marathon
All
on
six?
TV. It was like all six, one right after another.
Damn.
They started with Phantom Menace.
Nice. So, when was this?
It was either Friday or Saturday.
Okay, so over Thanksgiving weekend.
Yep.
Damn,
And,
so you got all
yeah,
six
started.
fresh in your brain minds.
Yeah, it was great too. It was, 'cause, you know, and then I was explaining to Trish that after Revenge of the Sith and before The New Hope, it's going to be Rogue One.
Okay.
Right?
Yeah,
Am I right?
Yeah, you're right. You're laying it down, son.
We're listening.
Oh, wow.
We're listening.
I just wanted to make sure I didn't mess that up.
You let her know what's canon. So yeah, and if you guys, it might be on Hulu. I'm not 100% sure. It might come out on Netflix soon, just because they put the Clone Wars on Netflix. But Star Wars Rebels also takes place in the same time period. Well, it would come before Rogue One, but in that same time period, after 3, before 4. And it's done very much like Star Wars Clone Wars.
Are we doing the weekly next? Do that, Steve. Well, I haven't had Radiant Treasure in a long time.
Okay. Let's do some PvP first. So yeah, I mean, I definitely you watched some of the Clone Wars, didn't you, Gauzy?
Yes.
Yeah. So I think you like Rebels. It's a lot less filler and it's more story.
More story.
I was just kind of pumped to see all that whole marathon. I was like, oh my god, I just had it on, and it was cool. It's fun to catch up knowing Rogue One's coming. So that was cool.
Yeah, definitely. Okay. Yeah, so go get your tickets. Go get your Rogue One tickets, because if you plan out seeing opening weekend or a week at all, I think it might be sold out. So yeah. Speaking of classics, Jurassic World 2. BD Wong is confirmed as coming back, and he's returning as Henry Wu, the scientist who got away in Jurassic World with the embryos. So he's going to be coming back.
Oh, snap.
Yeah, Chris Pratt is also coming back. And Jeff Goldblum has said that he wouldn't mind coming back as to reprise his character. So I don't know. You guys want to see Jeff Goldblum in Jurassic World? You want to see Jeff Goldblum back in that character?
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Definitely. I like Jeff.
It's gonna be in that new Thor movie.
In what movie?
Thor Ragnarok. So.
Really?
Hmm?
Well, interesting. We shall have to see.
Uh-huh.
Yeah.
But, relatively good performances all around, so.
Yeah, he did a good job.
High hopes.
So yeah, I guess that pretty much covers it for Cinema Madness. Let's go here into our last segment, the Walking Filler.
The Walking Dead, if you don't mind, good sir.
So
Really?
let's recap.
Is it?
Let's recap this week's episode. So last week we ended with Carl, and sneaking onto the supply truck, the Saviors.
Yep. With Jesus.
With Jesus, correct. And this week we don't pick up at the Kingdom. We don't pick up with Carl. We don't go back to Alexandria, and
Nope.
we don't
Prepare for heavily armed vehicle
and we
combat.
don't go back to Hilltop to see what's going on with Maggie. We go somewhere completely different. We follow Tara. Tara and Heath.
The Forgotten Tara.
The Forgotten Tara, who back in season 6 went for supply
Zone C secure.
run with Heath. It was supposed to be a
Yep.
2-week supply drop.
They'll seek retribution.
So
Which I was super excited because I was like, "Oh yeah, girl, I forgot about you." And look,
Yeah,
a
me too. Same
completely
thing.
different person.
I already knew it was going to be filler the minute she came out.
Oh, the whole Wait,
We're
okay,
still
I'm not
recapping.
even. I'm gonna keep my mouth shut. Like
Yeah,
I
that's
was
right.
first.
We're still recapping.
We are
girl.
still recapping.
Enemy captured zone B.
So yeah, so her and Heath are up on their scavenging. It's been 2 weeks. They really haven't found anything, and they decide to go out a little further. Damn. They find a little settlement on a bridge. So they decide to investigate. Tara finds a backpack. She takes a huge tug on it, and the mountain of dirt collapses, revealing a shitload of fucking walkers. And
A bunch of them.
they kind of get overrun. So Heath is at the end of the bridge. Tara's in the middle of the bridge. And for as much as Heath tries, he cannot get those zombies off of Tara. And she gets pushed off the bridge.
That bridge.
So she falls into the
Yeah.
river. She gets taken by the current. She ends up at the shore, where we find two ladies, well, a little girl, and the other one must have been a teenager. But they're going around. They're poking dead in the head, making sure they stay dead. And they come up on Tara. The little girl wants to kill her because that's the way they do things in their settlement. And the older one says no and kind of takes Tara, puts her under some shelter, gives her some water, gives her some dry salted fish.
Oh my god.
And Tara pretends to be asleep. She wakes up, of course, the minute the lady starts walking back to her camp, and she follows her. And while she's kind of sleuthing around, they kind of notice her and they start shooting at her. They capture her. She explains her story. They explain their story and where they come from. And they kind of come to an agreement. And Tara says, "Let me get one of your people to follow me back home, and then maybe we can, we can make some sort of arrangement. We can become friends. We can be settlement buddies." And the lady agrees. And she sends two of her own with Tara to send her back to the bridge to find Heath and to go back to Alexandria. But they kind of turn on her, and it turns out they take her out there to kill her, and she gets away with the help of the younger lady that saved her earlier. And she goes back to the bridge. She fights her way through a couple of walkers. She looks for signs of Heath. She finds a zombie that looks like Heath, but it turns out it's not Heath. So there was a little bit of a moment there, I guess, for people. And
Just a little bit, yep.
just a little bit, I guess. And that's it. She finds Heath's glasses. She finds this key card with 3 P's on it. And then she finds some tire marks by the road. This might have been Heath that drove away in the RV, or maybe he got captured. We don't know. We don't know what happened with Heath. So she goes back to Alexandria, walking all proud. And remember, they've been away for 2 weeks, so they don't know about Negan. They don't know. She definitely didn't know that the doctor was dead.
Right? That was like a big shocker.
And on top of that, Abraham, Glenn, and then Negan, and all that savior business. So, she apparently tells her story to God, what's that lady's name? Who had the hots and was banging Abraham?
Rosita.
Rosita, there you go, Rosita.
Rosita.
So she tells Rosita, and Rosita's like, you know, we should go back. We should like retaliate. And then Tara says no. She's not gonna tell her anything. So that's how it ends.
She kept her word.
She kept her word. So let's start with you, Gauzy. What did you like about this episode?
Interceptor available.
Well, for one, bringing her back, because I completely forgot about her, and so that was kind of cool. I don't know if there's one thing I liked about it. I kind of liked the whole show.
Okay, this episode was a good one.
You
for
know, finding Oceanside, and the only thing I guess what I didn't like about it. I mean, I don't know if I'm overstepping, but I think they could have done her reaction a little more drama, a little bit more when she found out that the doctor was dead and Abraham, and I think they could have done that a little better.
Like
that was kind of like, oh, she knows already, and that's it.
Like, I understand that people deal with things a little differently, but you know, I would be a little more upset if supposedly the person that I like
was gone.
Yeah, I'd be upset as fuck.
Zone B neutralized.
Yeah. But I mean, as far as I liked the action scenes were good. The bridge scene was really good. Both times when that girl takes her back, that was a good scene.
Pike inbound.
And the whole pouring out of the big sand pile, that was kind of a cool scene. Those women that were trying to kill her, I was kind of thinking something wasn't right with that whole letting her go that easily kind of a thing.
Mm-hmm.
You know, but I kind of liked this episode. It wasn't as slow as the others.
Zone A neutralized. Zone B.
Hey, Shug, what's up?
What is
Here it
up?
comes.
What'd you like about this episode?
You mean, I loved the fact that we went back and we saw someone that I had forgotten. And so that was very cool, because, like, I forgot it.
Me too.
And so it's cool that they realized that I forgot shit. And I was glad that they played on that, but every single episode that happens, I'm just getting more and more frustrated, because I feel like that whole thing could have been filtered in to last week's episode plus next week's episode. Like, I literally, the first episode, nice, adventurous, you know, lots of stuff going on, cool. We're gonna have the mid-season one soon. That's definitely when we're gonna get the next exciting episode, and then it's gonna be it, and then we're gonna get the final one. 3 really eventful episodes, and I think that all of these episodes that we've been watching could be combined into 3 episodes. Again, back to my very whiny statement of they can only make 6 good episodes, and they're trying to draw it out into 12 to 13, and that's why, you know, like, we didn't need her laying there on the ground on the beach that long. We didn't need, like, the little bit of the scruffle was great, but we didn't need to see her chained up to the radiator and then them leaving and then them talking about it again. I feel that those scenes just could have gone by quicker, and weren't very necessary.
Well, they were debating what they were going to do with her. Because
it does not take a whole hour.
Girls.
It doesn't take a whole hour to debate. Like, you can show that kind of conflict without needing to actually lay it out. Like, I know that I've, like, talked about this before, but if you go back to the first episodes, that's how they did things. And so, we don't need it. It's too much, period.
So, I mean,
it just...
what'd you hate about this episode?
that they're giving me information that I am upset that yet again we spent a whole episode on one person. I am like, I can't wait until the season's over so that I can write down what was covered, and really, if you look at it, like, you will see how much time they have wasted on this shit.
Cool.
I'm beyond annoyed with it.
Yeah, well, yeah, as far as the episode, yeah, it was a little bit of a drag.
It was a drag. Soop fell asleep. That's how much of a drag it was. Soop fell asleep, like, halfway through the episode, and then he had to, like, recap it. And literally, we recapped it, and I was like, you didn't miss anything. It wasn't even that big of a deal. I could have literally told him what happened, and it's not like he missed, like, this exciting scene.
$3.99 jelly.
Like, the thing that I most appreciated that we met the granddaughter, like the grandmother and the granddaughter. I liked that role. I liked that we saw people that had already run into Negan, and like when the one girl was like about to kill her, and she's like, you just don't understand. That I really enjoyed. That acting, that drama, that scene. It was like, okay, cool. Like, she was really trying to make her understand, but we also really saw how much we really think that we are learning about Negan, but we still have yet to know. Like, there have been other things. You know, we think that we've seen the worst.
Yeah, because he took all the men.
Yeah, he took all the men. This wasn't like one option. Any boy over the age of 10. So we're talking about teenage boys.
And he executed them.
And he educated.
He executed them.
Educated.
No, he executed all of them.
Exactly.
And what kind of made me nervous is when Tara was telling them that they raided that satellite building, I was kind of thinking, oh, I hope that wasn't like her people.
Well, you're right. I actually was kind of,
like, whoops,
in a similar thing. It was very, Tara all of a sudden became very confident, and it really showed exactly that. It showed how much no one truly knows about anything, and everybody's kind of walking around like, and it shows how Rick's group was walking around. They were very much walking around like, we are the biggest fish in the sea, and now we're really dealing with a bigger fish. And so I enjoyed that. I enjoyed to see all of that. But like I said, you could have probably done all of that in half of the show, and I could have actually seen where Tyrese, right? Tyrese is his name? She was with Tyrese? The
Heath?
Buddies? What? Keith? Keith is his name?
Heath.
Oh, I'm sorry, Heath. I'm so sorry. I don't know your name at all.
Yeah, so now we don't know where he's at either.
Fucking Tyrese was like 2
because it looks like a car picked him up, so I have a feeling Negan grabbed him.
Exactly. Who knows? She was super excited.
It could have been the Kingdom found him.
I like that you're thinking that someone else found him, because Tara just thinks that, like, he got away. And so I like that you're, like, it's really like, oh yeah, it could.
Because I'm into the show, I don't see filler when I watch the show. So I watch the show and I enjoy the show. You guys nitpick it too much.
I agree with you, Gal. You are correct. I cannot truly, like, I very much have gotten to the point that, like, I
think you're too worried about what's good, what you don't like, instead of just kicking back and just enjoying the show.
Because it only happens like a minute or two out of the whole show, so I feel like I'm wasting 45 minutes of my time. Like, I want to edit the episodes to the point of what the information that I need, and it would only be 5 to 10 minutes worth of show. So you're right. Like,
what a quick show that would be. It'd be like, in fast motion, eat, over, and oh, that was great.
Okay,
No.
so then they combine it with the other episodes and they get it back to a 6-season episode.
Six-season episode?
Six-episode season.
I mean,
See, I'm so
but
frustrated.
That's
I can't
too short. That's too short, man.
That is
It's
exactly
like I'm
what you
waiting
fell in
for-
love
I mean,
with.
we all.
That's
no,
what
I
you fell
with
in
the
love
show,
with.
Not how long it was.
But see, you fell in love with this type of writing, and now you're settling for something because you like. They're
not
like, you want
settling for
more.
nothing. I like this show. I'm not. I mean, they could have done this in half the time of her.
Yes, they could've.
Finding this village and then them trying to shoot her and her running and they finally
wanna
caught
take
her and
that
she's
bet.
like, I'm cool,
I wanna take
and
that bet.
and then the whole scene in the woods where they were trying to kill her and it's kind of like she knew.
You're right.
And then she got away,
that part. Yes, I never made comment about that part, but there were so many incidents that they dragged out. They're like
what?
a big thing. Okay, a big thing that I've really noticed, and I get very frustrated with. They hold shots for way too long. Like she's running, and we see her feet, and then she runs out of the frame, and we just stay in the frame. So I, of course, am thinking that something's about to come into that frame. Nothing comes into that frame. They just hold frames for way too long. Like, Gal, I am speaking from a film perspective. I work on films. I work with directors. I understand what it's like. And they're not doing the best job that they can. They're not. They're holding things out and they're filling your life. They're filling your life.
Okay, so someone that doesn't have experience with working with directors and stuff like that, I don't see those things.
Soop doesn't
a
work
show.
on film sets. Soup's not sitting there working on. It wasn't only until recently that he started doing anything.
He's hearing it from you.
No, he is the one that started the filler. I was sitting there still like trying to like the show, and he would complain about it. He's sitting here smiling and quiet, but it is true beyond true.
Enemy runner, stop.
It is true beyond true. Soop is the one that started it. And I'm not talking about in the past this season or last. I'm talking about when we weren't even living together and he had just gotten me the soundbar because we were watching it on my laptop. This was like season 3 is when he started complaining about it.
That whole governor season was a little ridiculous.
Exactly. The governor season is when like things really... because that's when they started doing 13 episodes.
Like, key point, they haven't done the same thing for Negan, and yet you understand Negan's character as much as you understand the governor. But as far as this episode, yeah, when we went back to Tara and Heath, I kind of knew it was going to be just a little... I guess fillerish.
Catch up. Just catching everybody up.
Yeah.
Getting everybody back together.
So, as far as good things about this episode, I like that they mentioned Oceanside. In the comics, the Oceansiders are a group. But they don't consist of all women. They do have men in their group. They're kind of pirates. That's
they definitely felt like pirates. I liked their.
So they so they do come into the comics, but they're not part of the Negan conflict. They actually come after Negan. So I mean, I think it's a little too early to introduce the Oceansiders. I also thought they split up Heath and Tara. I feel they could have maybe done Heath's story too, because I feel like now we're gonna get a whole episode about what Heath is doing.
A whole entire episode, which will be episode 5, and then 7.
What are you doing?
Sorry,
all sorts of fuck-ups.
I know. It's
episode
true,
7.
This is what happens when I.
But yeah, we're only gonna get 2 more episodes, Gal, before the mid-season finale.
2016, yeah.
So do you really?
And then it's not gonna come back until February, Gal.
Exactly. Like, you're telling me you've gotten enough information? Really? Like, two more episodes?
Well, no,
and you're
I didn't
ready
say
for it to be done?
I got enough information. I'm still gathering information. That's why they're
But
doing all these things that they're doing.
you're only going to get 2 more episodes.
Right.
And one of those you know is going to go
for the grand finale. I mean, you don't go to the fireworks show and they shut off the grand finale right in the beginning. And you're like, okay, cool. I didn't need all that filler. I got the grand finale. Yay.
So you're happy with basically only 2 actual episodes being good?
Well, no, we've already seen actual episodes. We have 2 more to go, and then everything's gonna, I mean...
Yeah, and it was literally the first one, and it was...
It's a puzzle. It's a puzzle. They're putting it together.
It's a puzzle.
It's too long of a puzzle. It's too long of a puzzle.
Well, it's a 1,000-piece puzzle instead of a 25-piece puzzle.
I don't have a problem with 1,000 pieces.
Well, then there you go.
Have fun, kid.
Have fun with the show.
Yeah, as far
Don't
as
analyze so much.
As far as things I hated about this episode, I feel like I said, I feel they threw in the Oceansiders a little bit in too early. I feel the whole Tara Heath thing should have ended up somewhere else. Sure, maybe we get a touch of
Oh, you motherfucker.
The Oceansiders now, but then maybe they won't reappear until maybe next season, if that. I feel like just because of where they fit in story-wise, because the Oceansiders don't really have an arc. The only significance besides the fact that they find the group is Michonne joins the group and travels the high seas. Michonne becomes a pirate. So
in the comics, she does.
Yeah. So she goes from samurai to pirate. So besides the fact that Michonne travels with the Oceansiders, I don't see that happening until Negan dies, which isn't going to happen apparently for another this season and then the next season. So we're not going to see the Oceansiders until season 8. So you've made mention of something that isn't going to be used till 2 seasons from now.
So now they're just fucking with their storyline, and then this is why shit happens and fucking poor stories.
Well, I don't like the whole Michonne pirate thing. I don't like that at all.
We'll get ready for it. Season 8. I'm calling it now.
Oy.
So, I mean, there you have it. I don't, this episode definitely could have been a little more interesting. It dragged. It dragged so much I fell asleep. I really hope we don't go to Heath next week, because if we do go to Heath...
No, we're not.
If we go to Heath next week... we didn't see the next week.
We're not. We're going back somewhere else.
5 minutes left.
Yeah.
A part where you want to go to.
Yeah, so, I mean... I don't even know what the big kicker, I guess... I don't know. The last episode before season mid-finale is probably going to be Rick getting to meet Ezekiel. And them starting to get a plan together to take on Negan. So that might be the mid-season finale.
Your team has ignited the enemy rift.
Yeah. So next week,
everybody all coming together to,
Yeah. I don't think we're gonna see them fight Negan though until the very end of this season. I think the very end of this season is gonna be the first conflict with Negan between both groups.
How could he see me? He's blinded. How could he see me?
Oh,
So
Fuck.
I don't see Negan dying until probably season 7, or not even dying, even just getting, you know,
Messed up.
yeah. So
They've stopped your spark.
I don't know, guys. Other shows I recommend: The Strain.
The Strain. The fucking Strain. You want to
So,
like watch some fucking
yeah, guys.
zombies
Charging the spark.
that fucking can
Are they
smell.
zombies or are they vampires?
Oh,
They're
they're vamps.
vampires. Some crazy vamps too.
Crazy vamps.
Yeah.
So yeah, guys, I guess that'll do it for this week. Come back next week when maybe The Walking Dead will be more interesting. I don't know.
You know, you can't please everybody. I didn't find the show as bad as you guys did.
That is such a lie,
You know?
because I was so happy with the show. So, like, that whole we can't please everyone, they did please me at one time. It's like going to a really great restaurant, and they get under new ownership, and they lessen the portion, they raise the prices, and the food is shit. Fucking Ramsey up in here. What is this? Yeah. I want Ramsey's opinion on this show. Ramsey, they used to have this great product. Their food was so delicious. It was perfectly priced and it was perfectly portioned. And then they came under new management and they were like, hey, let's change the portion size. Let's change the price. Let's change the quality of the food. But how dare you be upset?
Sugar's eating zombie meat, guys. Exclusive. Plugs. Kyle, where can we find you?
Where can we find Go?
On Facebook, Dave Jersey, Plattsburgh, New York. Go into my photo section and pick a picture and you'll find a song. And in Ion Indie Magazine under Chaos's Corner.
Ooh.
Sugar, where can people find you? And then tell you how much they like The Walking Dead and you're a horrible person.
They can find me.
Please send all the
on-
hate mail to.
They can send hate mail to me at $1 red, and wherever you want to hate me, you can go ahead. Whether it be on the Facebook or the Instagram or the Twitter, you can go ahead and hate me hard. I am so ready. So ready. Tweet it out. Say, hey, yo, how dare you say that this is bad?
Guys, as far as me, I am Soopkichen. You guys can find me on Twitter, obviously Twitch, Instagram, YouTube. So weird that I went to my Postmaster United space. Yeah, guys, that'll be it for this week. I don't think we're gonna have anything Destiny-wise this week. I think.
Nope.
I think I'm gonna hop over the division and see what's up with that goose.
What could possibly challenge you?
So, guys, thank you very much for tuning in. However it is that you're tuning in, whether it's live here on Twitch or later on YouTube.
Hey, what's the story, kid?
Bless your souls.
All right,
Hope you guys had some good turkey, and if you don't do that kind of stuff, whatever you ate, I hope it was good. Guys,
was
we'll
damn
catch
good.
you next week.
Whatever you did, wherever you were, whatever you were doing.
Bye, guys.
Have fun doing it. Bye.
Bye, guys. Bye.